back to The Price of Business. I'm your host, Kevin Price, talking to you about you and your business. I'm going to get to spend some time with my friend, Troy Burwell. He's with a company called Four Guys Interactive. That website, fourguys.com. He's a leader. He's a thought leader in the whole IT arena and the website development arena. And Troy, you've been doing this for a long time. Tell us a little bit about your story, and then introduce us to your guest today.
Hey, Kevin. Good morning. Well, a little bit about Four Guys Interactive. We've been in the industry since 1995. We're one of the first web development companies in the country, actually. We work with websites that deal a lot with advanced functionality, whether it's security-related, products and ordering, all the way into logistics and marketing.
Very good. And your guest today?
My guest is Martin. And Martin has just got a new franchise here in the state of Texas for a company called Twindom. And they do 3D scannings and then produce little full-color miniature statues.
Interesting. Tell us a little bit about that, Martin, and welcome to the program.
Thank you, Kevin. Very, very happy to be on. Yeah, we're so excited. I run a company called Automated Business Systems, and what Troy was saying is we've recently purchased a Texas franchise from Twindom, and what it is, it's basically 3D scanning and printing of little selves of you. So what someone would do is they would come into our offices, and it takes about 5 minutes, and they get scanned. It's a full-body scan. There's a little platform. It turns around 6 times, and a camera goes up and down your body. And exactly what you're wearing, if you're wearing a jersey, if you're wearing a cap and gown for graduation, anything you want to, any life event that you want to commemorate, it's perfect. And so it captures it, and then we have printers that we, in about 2 or 3 days, the figurine or the statue is available for purchase or for downloading off the internet.
That is interesting, and I tell you, that's got widespread popularity written all over it. I love that. Kind of give us the background behind the idea of it.
Well, Twindom are a couple of techie, brilliant guys out of Berkeley. They went to Berkeley Cal, and they're early 20s, but just some really sharp guys. I found out about them about 2 years ago. I touched base with them, but they weren't ready to do anything at that time. Here, about a month or so ago, they contacted me and said, "Hey, we're ready to go." So they're just 2 sharp guys, computer savvy dudes that are just rocking and rolling. They're a relatively small organization right now, but they're growing. And like you say, this type it's such an amazing process. It's available to anybody and everybody out there that's walking the planet.
Fantastic. Go right ahead, Troy.
Well, Martin, tell us a few things that the statues can be used for, or the figurines.
Some of the great applications in like what Kevin was saying, there's many. We think wedding cake toppers. Can you imagine like the bride and groom coming in, and they can come in separately, getting scanned, and have full replicas of themselves on their wedding cake. So you got the bride and groom, and there's 5 different sizes. You can go from 3 inches up to 8 inches, so you can get some pretty large and nice little statues. And just, let's say if your daughter or your son was graduating from high school or college, having a figurine of them in their cap and gown is a really cool thing as well. But corporate parties, if corporations want to hire us, our scanning systems are mobile. We're hitting a lot of events. In fact, we'll be at the Grand Prix of Houston here in a couple of weeks. We're at the restaurant show at the George R. Brown Center next weekend for all the restaurateurs in the state of Texas. So the applications are just numerous and just as much as you want to think about it, thinking outside the box of the things you can do. Any family pictures you would previously take, you can capture people, in their actual 3D image. So it's just really cool. We're thinking sporting events, people getting captured in their sporting jerseys, the Texans jerseys. Any big fans, they'd be having a selfie, if you will, a selfie of you in your jersey. It's pretty cool. we're even, military. If you have a son or daughter going to the military, wouldn't it be great having them in their uniform where you could put it on your office desk or the mantle at home? Just so many different applications.
Yeah, I love it. By the way, if you go to twindom.com, that's TWINDON.com, you can see what more about what he's talking about. It's incredibly cool technology. And what I'm maybe most impressed about is the pricing, incredibly competitive. I mean, you could give it as a birthday present. You could give it a graduation present. To me, it's like a no-brainer compared to another $25 or $35 gift card. Frankly, the pricing is comparable to one of those. I mean, there's just a lot of applications.
And what we just added to the website, or the guys at the Twindom website, we just added the ability to share. So once you get a scan, it's available immediately. You get an email, then you're able to go on the Twindom site, and your login is your last four digits of your cell phone number, and you're able literally within a minute to pull up on a website your figurine in 3D, and it rotates at a little 30-second video. But you're able to share that. So if you wanted, you can share it to either Facebook or LinkedIn, or just share it, with just your family, so they can go on and order a figurine of you. That's another option for just sharing it with everybody. And say, hey man, go order one of these of me.
Yeah, go right ahead, Troy.
Martin, as a business owner, what if I wanted to do something like a Employee of the Month? How could I use this to honor our Employees of the Month?
Well, I think it's such a great application because it's like a lot of people won't go out and get a figurine done of themselves, but some will, of course. But having it as a that a boy type thing for a corporation, it is really cool. And then instead of like having someone's picture hanging in the wall, or you see that every once in a while in some organizations, Employee of the Month. This way, you have a figurine that you can share with the person. You can either have it in the main office for a month, and then you give it to them for a keepsake forever, as them being such a great an overachiever.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm looking at again twindom.com, and you can do that at events. Can you get everything done during the time frame of the event?
Well,
or do you typically send it after the event?
Yeah, Kevin, yes. What you can do when we're at an event, at a mobile event, you come by and get scanned. It takes 3 to 5 days for the figurine to be produced, and then it's shipped directly to your house or to wherever you would like it shipped.
Awesome. By the way, it's twindom.com, but give your phone number real quick.
You bet. We're at 713-682-1919. or 1-800-374-9271.
Thanks, Martin. I'm going to wrap it up with Troy Burwell. Troy is at 4guys, the number 4guys.com. Your final thoughts before I let you go.
What was that, Kevin?
Your final thoughts before I let you go.
At 4Guys, we're always looking for new technologies, and we just thought this was a great one to bring to the show today.
Very cool. Thanks for the great story, gentlemen. And when we come back, much more for you. Do want to remind you, best content here shows up over there at usdailyreview.com. While there, like it on Facebook, follow it on Twitter.